G'day, my name is Brian Johnston, and today I would like to talk about using plane charts, the trend, the highest high, the lowest low, and the circle of trading from loss to profit to loss. This account, as I reiterated, we started off at $50,000 on the 24th. It is currently at 54,122 in just over 7 days. You can see that the drawdown is positive, so if we closed all those positions off, we would finish up with an equity of $55,495 in just over 7 days. So it's about 5,000, but we're just concentrating on having a drawdown in positive area. So we're going to look at the trend and just talk about trend in detail. As you recall, in the market cast, in the market browser, we looked at the trend of the Australian dollar, and we looked at it carefully in the 10-minute frame. It was down. Trend was going down. But we looked at it in the longer time frame, and you just follow the line. The trend is up. That's 1 month. 3 months it was slightly down. 6 months the trend was going up. And the year to date, which is quite important, the trend is showing up. So basically we're looking at a uptrend here Australian dollar in that context. And vice versa, if we went to the US dollar, JPY, we saw the trend was a little bit flat in the 10-minute frame. The trend was down in the 1. Trend was down in the 3-month time frame. Trend was down in the 6-month time frame, and in the 12-month it was down. So this is a very good trade to look at trading even on the short side, as the trend is going down, and just logically speaking, the US dollar is very weak. So we have a good trend to trend in the down time frame. If we look at the charts in a different way, and we look at the monthly, and you look from left to right, the US dollar is going up. Just look left to right, right to left. Euro JPY is going down. The basket of 14 currencies in one is going down, and the US dollar JPY we saw was going down. So just based on that, we would look at, say, a 4-hour time frame, and we would say the Australian dollar is going down. You always want to buy in this case. If the Australian dollar was strong and it was long in most of the frames, we would be putting a buy down at the lower low, and in reference to the 15-minute time frame, we will be looking at putting buys on at the lower low and sells. Later on we'll discuss this. But purely if you were trading this in the 15-minute time frame, just on the candles, but if I put in the 3MW, we're going to be trading purely on price. And the price we would look at is the Australian dollar is basically moving long, and the counter trade is the US dollar short, so 1 long, 1 short. So let's just have a look at the 15-minute frame, and we'll put on the simple 3MW. if you look at the JPY trend, that was going down and the basket was going down. So we're going to put on a 15-minute frame in that, and we're going to put on and remember in that one, the trend was down. So what way do we want to trade that? The trend is down, left to right. We want to trade it long, no, always long. So we're going to put in a line chart, and we want to wait till that little turn up comes down towards the bottom and put a buy in the bottom, because we're trading long. In this one we are also trading long, and in this one we are trading short. So we're waiting for that to go back up to a higher and then go trading short. But this one is always a short trade. This one here is a basket. So that's a basket of and the basket was going down, the trend was going down. So generally it's telling us that the whole 14 currencies are basically moving down. We want to trade that long because it was a long trend and this was a short trend. So it's purely a matter of using the price now, the trend, price now, the trend. What was the trend on M15? We'll just look at it quickly here. Left to right, it's long. M15, we should be trading that long, shouldn't we? It's a long trend. Here, monthly, short. We should be trading that as a short trend and preferably at the higher high. We should have started trading that one there. If we look at the M15, we said we should be trading that once again short. So we're looking in M15 for a short for a turn down here. This is a long, this is a short. And this one here, of course, is showing at the current time that most of the basket's going short. US dollar JPY once again, where it's a short trade. We go to M15, and what do we want to do is sell at the higher high. It's a short trend, so we want to trade short. So at the moment these arrows go the right way around, it's, in other words, the price starts to move in the direction of the trend that you want to trade. You trade it. You wait for the loss, profit, loss, circle, patience, and time. This is simply a short way of showing you trading with the trend. Once again, we use Market Browser in the thing to look at our overall trends. In this case, I put in the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. You can use it that way, or simply you can just use your charting, your price, line chart, 3MW. Of course, if you know the 3MWs, you can automatically see the points of support, resistance, buyer, seller zones, etc. But just using a price chart, the trend. Let's go back over it. M1 monthly. Which way is the trend currently going? It's going up. M15. Which way is the trend here in M15? It's going down. We want to go long when it goes towards the bottom and starts to tick up. Okay. So it's a simple matter of comparing your trends month. If you want, you can look at your day, hour, but you're wanting to follow the long-term trend of the market. Bye for now from Brian. God bless. This is the first of one series of using price, trend, price now, trend, long-term trend, and the natural circle of trades going loss, profit, loss. You have the example of doing this using multiple trades, and later I'll talk about that in how to use drawdown to help you make a profit. The problem is not trading using indicators or nothing. You don't need to use them. You only need, once again, the price now, the monthly trend, and look at your trends going back monthly, weekly. We have to click on that. We lost it. You can see all your trends in here. Weekly is down, M15. So at all times, we want to look at our trends and see which way our trends are going. Then go back and trade the trends. Use a monthly trend as a guide. For easier identification, I use the market browser because straight away on that program, sorry, you can and quickly put it on you and look at the trend on that. The trend is going up on the Australian dollar year to date. That's a good indication. US dollar year to date, the trend is going down. Super way of doing it. You can then apply the same thing on other currencies. Simply just play the year to date, and you can see basically the trend is going down on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Even though it's above now, the trend line is going left to right, going down. So one can use the market browser for the trend. You can use simple charts if you prefer to use that using your monthly chart, your weekly chart. For some reason it's not working on that, and your 15-minute chart. And so you can just check your trends, trade with the trend, and remember, loss, profit, loss. Later on I'll be showing you this in more detail, but now God bless from Brian.